And welcome to the NASCAR All-Star Race for 2015. I'm the coach, Dick Cox, joined by Carlos Smith. Carlos, your first taste of NASCAR tonight. What's your thoughts?
I really enjoyed it. Got a chance to see a lot of drivers that I never seen before. Got to learn a lot of different things. So overall, it was a great experience. Got to see a lot of people out of here. It was a really good turnout. All-Star had a lot of different people from the media here. So overall, it was a great night, and it was a really good experience.
Again, still looking, this race is supposed to be set up to be one where they bang and tear up cars, but I've been doing this for several years covering this race, and I'm a caution-free guy. It was a fairly calm race tonight. Some people ran good, and tonight's winner was Denny Hamlin. He started on the pole, won the pole position tonight, though, was in the top 5 all night long, won several of the segments, though, but looks like he may be a contender for next week in the 600.
Absolutely. He was really impressive tonight. He did a really good job early in the pole position and everything, like you said, and he wasn't necessarily like one of the crowd favorites like Dale Earnhardt Jr. was, but he was one of those guys that really stood out, and he was really impressive for me tonight. But I really like what I saw from him, and I wish him best of luck.
You know, I thought that we were going to have a showdown and maybe have a last lap attempt for the race there. My guy, I told you, my sleeper, Kevin Harvick, who was last year's NASCAR champion, leading this year too, got within a car length or two of Denny Hamlin with a couple of laps to go and was right there on his bumper, and Hamlin said, I'm not going to have any part of that. Just basically pulled off and left him the last 2 laps and didn't even give him a chance to make a move.
Yeah, he really did a good job of staying in front of him, especially going around the curves, and kind of pretty much seemed like he just paced himself all the way to the end, and then right towards the end he finally started pulling away. You can see Joe Gibbs and his pit crew celebrating, so you pretty much knew they had a great job, but you really do have to give a lot of credit to his pit crew as well. They did an excellent job. They take credit in what they do, take pride in what they do. They high-fiving each other on the side, and that's a big part of the reason why they won.
You can see the celebration going on behind us here in Victory Lane with that no, that's not the cars blowing up after the race, but the fireworks after the race. But there again, we did not see a whole lot of fireworks on the track. Some cars that ran well tonight that could be factors in the 600 next week. Brad Keselowski, the number 2 car, ran well. Also, the number 41 car ran well there with one of the Busch brothers doing good. I'm going to stop for a minute and let that. They're giving us a 21-gun salute. What can I say? Fireworks here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, though. But you had back for the first time, you had the Busch brothers running. That Rowdy Busch was able to run the 18 car. Kind of interesting in his qualifying race. Could not stop the car and went flying through the pits. You wonder there just if rust was on him from that, though, or whether he was not able to apply the brakes, though. But this had to have been good for him, having been laid up since Daytona, to get out here in a race like this. And, again, he was very competitive. He did not do anything, I guess, to taking chances on getting hurt, but he ran well tonight.
Yeah, I guess it was pretty much he was pretty much excited just to be back, you know, being away from a sport that you love and then having to take a little break from it. You kind of miss it. So, you know, just come back out here, get a feel for it again, and it's a really good time to get back out there and knock the rust off. So it was just good to see him back out there, and I'm pretty sure he was happy about it, and he's looking forward to the next race.
His brother, Kurt Busch, the 41 car, led a lot of laps tonight, won a segment. It's been a car that's been strong all season long. It could also be a factor next week in the 600.
Yes, sir. It really could, you know, just like any other cars. But, you know, these guys, they got a solid team around them. So that's the main thing I believe is the key to it. You got to have a solid team around you because you can't do it by yourself. You know, the pit crew is really crucial, just getting in and out. And those guys do a really good job of helping them out. So I think these guys get it done again next race.
Now, Carlos works at Costco's with the gas there. Did you get any pointers tonight on how you can get the cars out any quicker from Costco's from observing the pit crews tonight?
A lot of people like to stand there and talk to me, so it kind of holds me up. But if I had a team of people with me, so we can get them in and out it'll work really smooth. But a lot of people like to stand around and talk, so most of the time I may end up standing there talking to some members maybe 5 or 10 minutes. But if I could do like these guys, then man, it would be an easy job for me.
And Lord knows if it's Janet, they're going to be there for an all-day pit stop with her there, though. Now, one of my favorite drivers on the farewell tour tonight, they had the big thing for Jeff Gordon, as you can see, where he was surprised, where they said thank you when he was introduced. They had all the cards out there for him. Kind of interesting. Jeff Gordon was competitive tonight. He stayed in the top 5. I think he finished as high as 3rd in one segment, though. But he may have something for him in his final 600. I think the 600 may have been, and correct me if I'm wrong, any of our viewers, but that may have been the first race he ever won was at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It would be only fitting and a nice ending for him to maybe win his last 600.
And he's done so much for NASCAR. You really would like to see him go out on a good note. He's a really nice guy. Just talking to him in the interview, seemed like a really good guy, giving a lot back to the sport. So hopefully he can go out on a good note. There's no better way to end it. But, it's a good thing the crowd came out and showed him a lot of support and love. And I'm pretty sure he was really happy to see that, had his family around him. So kind of an emotional night for him, but it was good to see him come out and give it all he had tonight.
And I had the chance when I interviewed him to flash the sign at him, and he kind of grinned with that, though, and said he was very touched by that his parents were actually at the race tonight. He had his whole family on the stage, and they even brought back his old crew chief, Ray Abraham, that they won so many races and championships together. He said it was a very touching thing that he will always remember tonight, though, but was honored at Charlotte Motor Speedway before the All-Star race. I think very appropriate. And I had a chance to ask him, too, if it's been stressful, fun, or stressful on the farewell tour. He said he wished the car had run a little bit better, but it's been fun, and he's enjoyed all the nice things. He's enjoyed the well-wishers of people that have turned out, though, and I think you're going to see him win a race and get in the chase. NASCAR, who knows, might throw a mystery caution flag to get him in one there to get him, though. But I think when it's all said and done, his car is going to run better the second half of the year. I thought this is the best I have seen it run here at Charlotte in a while, though. But he's going to win a race or two before it's all said and done right now. And, he's going to be okay, as we have the lug nut collector coming by right now. So, but he's going to be okay when it's all said and done.
Oh, yeah, he's been in it so long that he knows the in and outs of it. He's a professional. So he'll get together with his team. They'll figure out the best move, get his car running like it's supposed to, and he'll go out on a good note. He's done this over and over, so he knows what to do, and I'm just wishing him best of luck, and hopefully he does go out on the top like he should.
A little bit of a surprise tonight. Jimmy Johnson is Mr. Charlotte Motor Speedway, but he never led a lap. He was never a figure. We never saw the 48 car. We did see a lot of tape on the back of the car, though, but he did not qualify well, did not run well. They got a lot of work to do before the 600, though, but it's kind of surprising that for all the Jimmy Johnson fans that we did not see him really make that great of a showing tonight.
Yeah, he's one of the most popular names I've been kind of familiar with, but, as the race went on, really didn't hear too much about him, so it was actually kind of surprising, but I believe he'll end up getting it together just like anybody else would. Just got to stay focused and just got to take time and try to get your car running, because it is running all these, putting out a lot of miles on it and everything. It's kind of a lot of wear and tear on them, but these guys know what they're doing, so I believe he'll figure out something too.
Interesting before the race in the driver introductions, Brad Keselowski got the biggest number of boos of anybody out here, though, but Jimmy Johnson and even Kyle Busch did. I thought Kyle Busch, after the injury, might be a little bit more of a sentimental people, but there's still some people that are Busch haters there, though. But kind of interesting in the introduction who the cheers and the jeers were for.
Yeah, it was kind of funny to hear a lot of fans booing for some of these guys, but sometimes you got to kind of embrace that and enjoy it and take it for what it is. But with the fan favorite, Dale Earnhardt, and then at the end Jeff Gordon. So, but it was all in all, it was great for the crowd to be involved in it well with the boos and the cheers. So I really enjoyed it.
Well, that's going to wrap things up. We can see that people are starting to leave the post-game ceremonies over here. Post-race, excuse me, over there. They had the victory circle set up at the start-finish line over here, though. But should make for an interesting 600. Now, we went through 110 laps tonight. You think you could make it through 400?
I may be able to do it. It's a long race, but it's still fun and exciting, have everybody involved, so I believe I could do it as well.
Again, this is your first trip to Charlotte Motor Speedway and all. From a guy stepping in, you know, what's your general thought of NASCAR and the facility here?
Oh, I really like it. I really enjoy it. Nice facility. Like the way the crowd gets involved. I just like to see everybody compete. You know, that's one of my favorite things about sports. You just see everybody compete and give it their best shot. And you just see a lot of teamwork with the pit crew all the way to the guys talking to the drivers. And so I just love the teamwork, the effort that these guys put into it, and because there's a lot of money on the line, as you can see, and it's really intense, and these guys really get after it. So I really enjoy it.
There are millions of dollars of haulers, equipment, cars. A lot of money goes in here. We saw a lot of sponsors in here today too, though. Would you agree or disagree with me that NASCAR is the ultimate team sport? Because you got a chance to sit here in the pits. How we saw Jeff Gordon come in, have a slow stop, went from third to seventh. That these guys, it's ultimate teamwork, that if somebody slips up, it can be the difference in thousands of feet on the track or even getting out there, though. I think NASCAR is considered to me as being one of the ultimate team sports.
After watching it, I got to agree with you, because these guys, with the pit crew, the job that they do is unbelievable. The way they get the tires on and fill the tanks back up in less than 12 seconds, it's unbelievable. So, yeah, just like you said, if it's one little bad move, they can knock you way back in a race. So it takes a lot of teamwork and a lot of precision to get the job done the way these guys do.
All I know is it takes me longer than 14 seconds to get my gas cap off, so I'd be in trouble right there, though. But we've had a lot of fun. Beautiful night for racing tonight, though. Again, congratulations. Denny Hamlin is the winner. Kevin Harvick came in second, and I don't think anybody really cares after that, because you didn't get the big money on that, though, but $1 million to Denny Hamlin. And I think it was kind of neat and for us that we were standing right next to Joe Gibbs when his car won $1 million. He was in the pit. We were right next. We were in between Jeff Gordon and Carl Edwards' pits in an empty pit right there, right on the start-finish line, and we were right there with Joe Gibbs. Got to see him exchange some hugs. Been kind of an interesting season with his team, with his son fighting a serious illness right now, though. But, you know, congratulations. You know, I like to see a good guy win.
Absolutely. I really like Joe Gibbs. My uncle was a big fan of the Redskins, and he still wants them to come back. So I know I bet if he was here, he would still try to get him to come back. He loves Joe Gibbs as well, but it's good to see a good guy win, and his team really deserved it. They really worked hard tonight.
Again, that's going to wrap it up here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. He is Carlos Smith. I am the coach, Dick Cox. Next weekend, the wild man, Barry Toney, will be unleashed on Charlotte Motor Speedway. You don't want to miss that. Barry Toney with a camera in his hand, taking care of drunk people with beer cans, is worth the price of admission coming to the race, though. Again, good race tonight. A lot of fun. We'll be back again next week. Until then, have a good week, everybody.